A lion fought its own DNA and defied chronological obstacles, achieving several victories. This lion's story is truly remarkable and may never be repeated in the life of another feline. Today you will learn about the journey of LOONKITO, the oldest lion in the world. The last record was set in August 2022. Stay tuned until the end to discover details about this journey that exceeded all expectations. 2003 Amboseli National Park, Kenya, Africa. Amboseli National Park is located on the Kenya-Tanzania border, with the majority of its territory in Kenya. The areas around the park are not protected. Lions and leopards rarely prey on livestock in wilderness areas and privately owned lands for agriculture and livestock farming due to the abundance of wild prey. Livestock is typically kept in a distant and fenced area, resulting in peaceful coexistence with the park. In 2003, researchers closely followed the birth of two male lion cubs as they traveled across the Maasai community lands. The cubs grew into powerful and resilient males, their mighty roars echoing across the lands as they marked their territory and lured in lionesses. They decided to name one of them LOONKITO, as the brothers loved to reside in a community area known as Nkito. The other brother was named Mbaga. The question was whether they would leave their pride once they reached adolescence. The brothers were on a pilgrimage to find a new family or join forces to overthrow their father. As puberty approached, they left their pride and formed a coalition of two males to dominate and reign. They did not venture beyond the park's borders until 2008, when they encountered an established pride with a dominant male to challenge them. In their first fight, the duo decided to retreat after being defeated by the king of the pride. Despite the need for hunting, they fortified themselves and devised strategies. In 2010, LOONKITO and Mbaga took over the prime area of Amboseli National Park by killing the leader of the established pride, becoming the new kings of the lionesses as is customary in the area. LOONKITO and Mbaga slain the offspring of the former leaders to establish a new lineage with the blood of the new king. LOONKITO was the primary leader, while his brother assisted in governing the lands but always obeyed orders. Due to the area's river and abundant prey, many lions attempted to steal the crown, but LOONKITO and Mbaga defended their territory and demonstrated their fighting skills. By 2017, both lions were 14 years old, which is a significant milestone for dominance given that most of the other felines who were killed in regular fights with other lions were older. In a territorial defense fight, Mbaga LOONKITO's brother was killed. Despite being injured, LOONKITO killed the lion that killed his brother, but for the first time in his long journey, LOONKITO had to deal with grieving alone. Previously, every time LOONKITO dealt with the frustration of losing a fight or even a prey, his brother was by his side to share the load. This time, however, he would have to learn how to deal with loneliness on his own. When LOONKITO isolated himself, the park staff thought that he would die from his wounds from the fight. 2 days later, though, he showed back his pride and told the lionesses that they still had a king. Months later, he saw the arrival of new cubs, indicating that he had simply needed time to process his loss. If you enjoyed this, please click on the subscribe and like button. Also leave a comment below to let us know what your thoughts are. 2018 saw persistently high rainfall that caused the river to overflow, drowning several cattle ranching regions and causing the animals to become lost or invade. The untamed regions. Even though the park's lands are legally protected, the staff was worried after LOONKITO and his lionesses hunted one of the cows. They thought the farmer who lost would seek revenge by secretly hunting down the lions, but after seeing the old lion, the farmer told the staff he wouldn't kill him and predicted that the lion would die of old age in a few months, leaving the lionesses without their king. However, LOONKITO wasn't ready to leave just yet and would live for a while longer. He won another territorial fight, suffering serious wounds, but miraculously survived without any long-term effects or infections from the deep claw wounds of the lion he fought. Within 2 weeks, he was walking normally once more. It was expected that, because of his advanced age, Pride's female would kick him out because he might not be able to sire any more offspring, but when LOONKITO daughters and granddaughters entered estrus, he managed to survive and all of them produced healthy cubs, which was once again a pleasant surprise. As the land and the people rapidly changed due to extreme drought and other climatic changes, LOONKITO adapted time and time again, embodying resilience at a time of rapid transformation. Local biologists started referring to him as LOONKITO, the lion who fights against time. Even when he could no longer hunt independently, he skillfully adapted to catching fish for survival. In LOONKITO's last years of life, his youngest son, Inurbez, returned to him and began caretaking his elderly father. Also his older son, who is now a pride male in Amboseli, gave LOONKITO access to freshly hunted food, allowing him to eat before all the other pride members. But his son can't support him anymore, and the invaluable support from his son further enhanced his ability to secure easy meals. LOONKITO's life became much harder. He became exceptionally thin and weak. Despite his reputation for avoiding bomas, livestock enclosures, in LOONKITO's final moments, he resorted to a desperate search for food in a community boma. He entered a livestock corral located just outside the national park on Kimana Group Ranch, where he was, unfortunately, speared during the night by the homestead owners acting in self-defense to safeguard their livestock and human lives. In August 2021, wildlife photographer Karina Robin, owner of the Nature and Wildlife Photography blog, took a picture of LOONKITO alive. According to her blog post, he looked to be content and relaxed, accompanied by 4 lionesses and close to a group of 10 hyenas who didn't seem to threaten the lions. On August 10, 2022, a photo was posted on Twitter by Lion Lovers 5, purportedly showing LOONKITO. If true, he would be an impressive 19 years old, which is extremely rare for a lion in the wild. Perhaps no other lion will reach this age, let alone surpass it. On the date of this photo, LOONKITO would be 18 years old, making him the oldest wild lion in the world and the longest reigning. The truth remains that although LOONKITO appeared to give in to the sorrow of losing his brother, he found the will to rise once more and live alone for a few more years, hunting, conquering adversaries, and bearing more children. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.